Ring the bell. Let's go.
Anthony Edwards defending Cassius Winston.
Well, I love the big guy in the lineup, Marcus Bingham.
Yeah, that's a change for Tom Izzo, but talking with Tom Crean before the game.
Nice. Throw it down, big man. Oh,
missed the dunk, but talking with Tom Crean before the game, he really wants to challenge Anthony.
Please.
Well, yeah, but
what time did you wake up this morning?
3.
No, I was right there with you. I woke up on a lava bed.
I woke up
Mitch Richmond in a horse game right here at Maui. Just outside the gym here.
Here's Edwards on the drive. Can't get the float.
This guy Bingham is playing like Kevin Garnett.
He gained 30 pounds in the offseason. That's Winston drive. Hammonds will slow it down, and now Edwards giving up the ball to Gresham. His 3 not there.
George, have you been there?
Yes.
Nice left hand. They got 5 left-handers on their team. What's the record for the most number of left-handed players on a team in the Maui gym? That's called team basketball. You ever been on a team?
That was a 2 by Henry, so he's got all 5 points for Michigan State. Backdoor Edwards goes to the left hand. I don't know if it was a timing issue or...
Have you ever called a Georgia game before?
Highest rated recruit in Georgia history. Prior to that was...
Higher than Dominique Wilkins?
And prior to that, you had Contagion.
What do you got to lose? It's the consolation bracket.
Yeah, but it's still a big game. The committee at the end of the year is going to look at these games individually, Bill. They're not going to necessarily look at what round of the Maui Invitational it was.
Percentages.
Anthony Edwards on the year, 29% from 3. This one rattles around
a lot. And then just say, go get it off the glass.
I know Larry Bird wasn't a guard, but have you ever played with a better passer than Bird?
I played with Jamal Wilkes, Bob Gross, and Larry Bird at that small forward position. All of them phenomenal. Larry Bird was the best player I ever played with.
Here's Crump for 3, off the mark.
Larry was is an even better person than he was a player.
Here's Winston, great pass to Tillman. So
he was not ready. They thought that wraparound was going to the right wing.
And Winston with the dead a second ago.
No, I misspoke, and I corrected it.
Great hesitation by Edwards. Misses a 3, though. It's 0 for 3 from the floor. 0 for 2 from three-point land.
He looks intent on shooting.
Henry with a good look. Can't knock it down. Out to the FIBA range. And I know you're a fan of that. You like it.
Yes, I do, but you're not going to complain. Throw it down
Edwards.
big time.
Nobody.
Come on, Ant-Man. Let's go. Right here. Crossover. No rotation whatsoever. Tom Izzo does not have his big
4-point lead for Michigan State.
Great
Edwards.
closeout defense. Duke last year in the Elite 8. Wow. Just indelible impression on my mind. Crossing the smoking crater.
Watts misses a
defense. Kithier.
And Watts
down.
Oh, man.
What about the 2 new guys from USC?
Onyeka Okongwu.
Correct.
Yep, I think he's...
I'm still working on the pronunciation.
Yes, high energy guy, can block a shot, bounce.
Basket, Mike, we appreciate it, man. Go do your job.
Thank you,
We'll
guys.
let you go. We'll let you go.
Where do you go from here?
He left. He's gone. He's got to work. The headset's off.
Maui.
All right, 6-point lead for Michigan State. They got all
That's
that.
a traveling violation, please. This guy Arns. Can somebody replace Matt McQuaid, who was such a key performer last year for the Spartans? Troy Mowers.
Can we please get a shot of your workspace? Just the whole world can see what.
This is called Organization Plus.
Cassius Winston.
Besides being oblivious, here you are running from the volcano, exploding, and you love coal. How Toulson and Danny Ainge are related, right?
Well, not really. I mean, Tom.
Well, they're related.
Yes, they're related.
Okay.
But,
that's about as far as we can
paint. Didn't hit the rim, so the shot clock is at 3.
Anthony Edwards, he knows how to get it up.
Edwards continues with the assist. Winston last year set the Big Ten record, almost 300 assists, and here he goes again. So you do see a potential upset. You think Kansas could be? I don't know, that was pretty incredible.
But if you don't call that dribbling violation in the backcourt,
Winston,
little Steven with a V gets in there.
Bingham with the huge rejection, and then Watts a little bit out of control.
Violent game until you come in contact with the ball. Then it's just kind and soft. They also got James Cambrone. Oh my God, he was the best player in practice over the weekend, and he was the coach. He was schooling them. Did you ever see the Globetrotters play?
Here's Henry for three. No good. Rebounded by Edwards.
Push the ball here. How many free throw attempts for Edwards?
2 for 2.
Look at Tillman.
Here's Watts.
Throw
it's
it down,
Tillman.
big man.
Missed the jam. Georgia in transition. Can they get a fast break basket? They do with Edwards. Coming up next, we've got UCLA and Chaminade, and then tonight on ESPN, Dayton, Virginia Tech, as Edwards hits
In the bottom part of the bracket there, the 2-3 bracket. Wow. Anthony Grant and so are you calling him number one like Markelle Fultz now?
He's got the last 7 points. Georgia. Henry gets it blocked.
Start the game, get to the free throw line a bunch, get some rebounds, shut down Cash Winston from
Just
the
got a
opening
steal.
tip.
We still got a lot of time left. Here's Edwards for 3.
So you're calling the comeback here for the...
I'm sure you'll come up with one by the end of the tournament.
Have you ever spent a night inside a Trojan horse? He chose a different career than the NBA.
Good defense by Georgia. Wheeler and
Oh,
Edwards
great
with a
pass.
terrific pass. So they were down after the rebound by Camara. Here's Edwards.
I've got Georgia on my mind here.
And that's exactly what...
A year ago, do you happen to see Matt Mooney in his play for D? Are we talking about the first half or the second half of this game tonight?
But you've
That's the only time first time I've ever seen him play.
Who's a really good three-point shooter, about 40%. Knocks that one down. Here's Edwards trying to answer off the
my
dribble.
gosh.
He's heating up. He's got 16.
Oh my gosh.
The Georgia crowd start. Look at Edwards calling. He called off one screen. Now he's going to take a deep 3. And hit it! Single digits. Michigan State is just 1 for its last 8 from the floor. Here's Edwards trying to get some airspace. Lost the ball.
But with the Bulldogs extending their defensive pressure, throw it down.
Tillman fouled on the drop. So good response by Cassius Winston and the Spartans. Tillman got tripped up. Edwards here in the second half. And he's trying to attack him. Edwards turnaround jumper. Brown can't get the 3. Edwards the rebound.
Push the ball. Come on.
He's going to pull up and take a 3 and hit it. It is the Anthony.
The isolation play right here just turns right around. That's Mitch Richmond right there. And then in transition, he's got an opportunity to get all the way to the hoop and throw one down. He just says, forget about it. I'm shooting a 3.
Michigan State, don't you think? Force him to give that up. Winston. They work it around to Henry. Ball.
They're ahead, too.
Edwards hasn't even touched it yet. Now he does. Catch and shoot. Off the heel. It out. Look at Tom Crean again on the court, standing right next to him. He's within the coach's box though. Edwards, no good. Gresham is Michigan State ball, 9-point lead.
Beautiful attack
jumper
there.
And good deep. Good. He didn't even touch it on that possession. But Wheeler did hit one from that spot earlier. Here's Watts in transition. And wow, again Edwards with the block. And he stays in bounds, brings it up the floor. Hangs in the air. He tried to...
The way he's coming at Bingham. And what Bingham needs to do in this city on the sideline, and it just keeps coming. And all that footwork, you keep throwing 1,000 moves at the defender. One of them will finally work. And with Bingham...
Here's Edwards in transition. Gets off a 3. Buries it. He can't miss.
The Bulldogs are whimpering.
Trying to create a driving lane.
There you go.
Now Edwards. Ball is to...
Get the ball to your best player. Get out of his way. The previous possession, just one dribble, get in the air and let it fly. Perfect. Doesn't get any better than that.
And do you look at Tom Crean's...
have earlier on?
Well, we don't know for sure. We don't want to speculate, but...
That'll be the first.
He was hobbling off the court. Turnover.
Push the ball,
Georgia.
Anthony. Push the ball.
Edwards.
Oh,
Great
my
pass
gosh.
ahead to Hammonds.
My God.
What a look.
Why do they wait so long to play like this?
Edwards gives it up.
Yeah.
Hammonds. Not that time.
Effort is determination. This is through how many guys? There's 4 guys this ball goes through.
Wow.
That is Pete Maravich.
Here's Edwards, who's drawing Malik Hall. Team down 7. They've been as close as 2. Edwards, step back 3. Buries another one. He's great performances in the history of this tournament, but this second half is one for the ages for Anthony Edwards. They're going to call
And it was perfect from the moment it left his hands against a dug-in, set-up, determined defense. The pass. Wow.
Nicole near the top of the draft.
You don't
and then
think
the Warriors are going to get healthy next year.
You don't think he's going to stay in school?
Edwards missed that time.
But it's competitive greatness, leadership on the floor. That's Cash Winston, penetration and dish.
7 assists for Winston. 5 straight made baskets by Michigan
Wheeler,
State.
nice. Whoa. There's the toughness of the. Oh, please.
But a turnover. Edwards in the lane. And a foul. You have a limited amount of time to show what happened in a game. You're not going to show just a random miss. Keith, Herbie's going to join the show. That's Kirk Herbstreit to you. He's going to talk about the scenarios ahead of college football playoff rankings reveal.
Instrument. Is that a car? Beautiful. Beautiful. Grand Circle route. The double Grand Circle route.
Edwards, step back 3.
No.
Rebound.